Okay. I had to write this. I didn't have to write this down, but I had to say this out. Excuse me. Hello everybody. How are you doing? And thank you to all my shares and subscribers. I do have something to say though. You want to know the correct way to deal with a Sag? Are you dating one? Do you love one? Do you think they're liar, cheaters, and this and that and the other? Question is, what did you do to make this Sag come into you like this? Because Sages, we have a natural philosophical way of thinking of things, but we also have an I see into you. We're seers. I see you, peekaboo. You can hide behind your mask, but we're still going to see you. By the way, please bring your drink, your water, your wine, your fruit cocktail, or whatever you do. If you're on a juice diet, bring that too. And you want to bring a bowl of fried chicken, enjoy it. So here it is. I see into you. I don't just see you. I see into you. See, Sages, we tend to see things behind people's masks. I heard that on one of my videos today. But we do. You think that our fun and loving times and play don't see what's going on behind the stage? We're bad. We were really good actors. 2:22 in the clock. It's the truth. And you say, oh, this Saggy broke my heart. Did you love that Saggy so much you tried to put him in a box? Or maybe you went out on your own and did something. That's why you're here and wondered if they're going to come back. When the Saggy is decided, they've decided. When the Saggy decided, okay, I'm not caring so much. You must have did something to take the feeling out of them. Because when the Saggy loves, they love hard. I mean, deep. I mean, talk about if you willing to work with a Saggy, or Saggy will work with you, they'll stay forever. Forever. As long as you're not lying, stealing, and cheating. That means you at some point going to have to just, if you want to be with a Saggy, you won't have to come correct. Like straightforward and direct. You know what? If you know anything about a Saggy too, we don't give a shit about your silence. Ignore us. It drives us. When you ignore Saggy, that is the best thing because it makes them focus on their business, their higher qualities, the things that they like the most. Beyond you. I've been in the sun all day, and when I'm dehydrated, it does that. I do that. When you mess with a Saggy, they build lives, legacies, and businesses. And then when the next person comes, they get to enjoy it. That's what we do. And don't think I'm a fool. I have 7 Saggy signs. 444 on my clock. I have 7 Saggy signs, or 6 of them astrologically. I'm a whole ass Sagittarian. But all my water placements where I'm supposed to love, and Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, all my Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements where I'm supposed to think about home, family, cut out shit that don't belong to me, things like that. They're in alignment. And then the Virgo, I don't mind staying home. I don't mind it. I will take a day off of work even if I lose that job. Because you know what? It's energy. If you sucking on the Sagittarius energy and you don't plan to be in their future, then I guess it really doesn't matter much what we give you. So why not give you nothing? Why not give you, if it's pleasing me, what you want? 555 on the clock. If you don't say shit and you don't want to talk and you got a whole bunch of secrets, do you think that you can be with a Sagittarius, the most honest person in the world? I'll tell you when my shit stinks. I'm about to fart on you. I'm about to leave you. I know you're lying to me. So the question is, what is so hard, 6:33 on the clock, about people being honest? Sometimes if you come to a Sagittarius in the correct way and say, I have somebody. I want you to be my third lover. Give them a chance to say yes or no. Because trust me, you do not want to betray a Sagittarius. I promise you. Then you'll be even more mad at us when we cuss you out. When we say, all right, I tried about 800 times with you. Now I have nothing but hard fuckboy shit, neglect, shit boy shit, and doubt. That's who you are? Look, that's what you showed me. Here you go. Look what you showed me. And I actually went as far as to show you myself. Now, I don't expect a Sagittarius to sit there and be all in public. Even though you they main love of their life, they ain't going nowhere. What does it say about you if you sit over here and act like somebody is doing something to you by saying hi to someone else, shaking a hand, having a conversation, 8:08 on the clock, and you choose to sit in the corner instead of come with them? What does that say about yourself, your confidence? Sagittarius is not looking for a shoulder piece. You know what? If I want a shoulder piece, I'll get a dog. I did that. A puppy, in fact. He's a whole ass commitment. But you notice he ain't crying. In all my other videos, no. It's not about being controlling. I'm not trying to control you. You can do whatever you like. Just like me. I didn't stop you from doing what you're doing. I asked you to stop. You refused. I don't affect your free will. I don't do that. It's not something I can do. I don't have that power. Neither does God. Even though he does have that power, I promise you, he'll never do that. 919 on the clock. And he can tell you what he don't like. But he sure won't intervene in what the heck you do. He'll say, come back to Jesus. And Sad will say, come back to us. But after so many tries, and it depends on how much in love we are, but after so many tries, you'll be sorry that we grew up. I grew up. That's why my no is so no. Yeah. Because if you give a Saggy enough time to philosophize it, they'll look at everything, not just a little bit. At first they looked at a little bit, but now they're looking at everything. From beginning to end, the fights, the arguments, the disruptions, the here today, gone tomorrows, the irritations. They're looking at all of this. I'm sorry. Were we even able to have like an intellectual conversation up to my standards? Because, different Saggies have different standards of intellectualism. But I never asked you to stop. No, I did. Wait, rewind that. I asked you to stop and you didn't do it. I said, why are you doing that? Why are you doing this? And then I had to internalize it, go through whatever I had to do, 1122. And then I had to intellectualize it. That means take my feelings out of it. If I didn't feel nothing for you, if somebody did this, what would I tell a friend? Ask myself, what's going to become of me if I'm just a benefit? I ask myself, if I wasn't the person that you think if I was the person that you're trying to tell everyone I am, then why are you still calling me? And then if I wasn't as great as I ever was, then why do I visit you in my dreams? In your dreams, I'm sorry. Why am I there? Why am I in your dreams, your thoughts? You're everywhere. I thought about this because it happened to me. It has happened. More recently, hi love, that I would like to realize, hi sweet love, more recently than I'd like to realize or say. But one thing I do know is a Saggy don't play. The only other sign that don't play like us is Scorpio, but they play in secret. A Saggy will tell you straight to your face, I'm not playing with you. A Saggy will tell you, I don't know about this. Hi, Kate. How are you doing? Hi, Danielle. How you doing, sweet, sweet? So that's my thing. Like, if you come, like, I'm a big Sag, like a big one, like 6 sign Sag, and then like water in most of my houses. So I'm very sensitive, but I'm a seer. So I see into you. I see into you. I am very well. Thank you, sweet love. And the reason I'm sharing this information to all of you is because it is so important for all of us to know this within ourselves. And please like if you don't mind, but it is important for all of us to know this within ourselves. Can you stop? Because if you don't know yourself, then how do you know how to get the love you want? You can't spend your life being a courtesan. Look it up. A courtesan. Look it up. In the old English dictionary, what is a courtesan? Somebody that has like all these options and this and that, and they come in and out, and they never stay and they never stand, and you just end up being somebody's courtesans. It is not what I want. See, if you're looking for commitment and then you stay committed to yourself, that means not nobody. And I mean that in like three negatives in a row in a sentence, which doesn't make any sense. Not nobody can get up in this without showing like integrity and honesty. Don't think you can buy me a breakfast and then you'll end up in bed with me. And then don't think that just because I consider you a one night stand, that you can end up staying like stand in my house and then act like you the man. And I promise you, I make more money than you on any given day because I do more than you just for play. And these women out here trying to use somebody, the man you use that you love so much, you're about to lose. Because guess what? They're about to come to. They will come to. And when they come to, what are you going to do? You'll be like, oh, I love him so much. Oh my God, he just left. No, you love what he do. That's different than loving him. Because other than what he does and the money and the checks and the big house and the Corvette, what do you really know about him? You just know what he do. You know his passions underneath the bullshit. Do you know that, he likes his jeans pressed versus having them just ironed? Do you know what his favorite breakfast is? Do you mind waking up on Valentine's Day and bringing it to him? Do you mind doing these things? And will he do the same for you? Because it's a shared energy, a shared relationship. Am I going to snap these legs closed until I get that? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I am about to be 40 and I don't have time for childishness. I don't have time for you to find yourself in my nest. My nest is so in solitude. It's filled with beauty and love and kindness. And if you are an infant in my house, which my puppy is, do you let your baby stick a screw in the light socket? No, you don't do these things. They have to have some kind of discipline. He's in his kennel right now. He could be free. But every time I let him free, he do things vindictively. I took him outside right before we walked in here. We walked in here, and then right when we walked in here, he went straight to his water bowl. I put the, hi, Rashawn, how you doing? I put the water bowl on top of the kennel and said, no. And then when I took his water bowl from him, he peed again on my floor. He peed twice outside, pooped outside, and then came back in. And when I took something from him, he peed again. Now, what is that? He's been driving around in my car all day from 7 a.m. for my job till 6. All day. And ain't peed in the car once. I took him outside to go to the restroom. He came back in and peed again. And pooped. Probably in this kennel, trying to get my attention. But how do you get my attention? Come correct. I know because you didn't do it you don't do it right in front of my face. You do it when my back is turned. Even if it's 5 minutes. So, and he's a Cancer. Is that July 22nd, 2022? Oh, God. Fire and water. I told y'all about that. Look, I'm itching just thinking about it. So now, not only did he get in trouble at the house, but he got me in trouble at I got myself in trouble at my job trying to see what the problem was. He's stubborn as all get out. When he doesn't get what he wants, he acts a fool. A whole ass fool. We hadn't been in the house for 30 minutes. Don't think dogs, animals, don't think that they don't. This is the smartest puppy out. At 4 weeks old, he knew how to sit. He knew what stay meant at 4 weeks old. Sit, stay. 4 weeks. He's a month and a half. What is this? He's a month and a couple of weeks. So it wasn't 4 weeks. At 3 weeks old, he knew how to sit and stay. Oh, he's a pit bull. And when I got him, he was this little. So he knew how to sit and stay. Now he's this big, I want to say. And if I turn my back on him and he knows where he needs to go potty, and if I don't do what he says, he does things. Like when I left my car, I said no on my straw. He understood it while I was sitting there because he didn't touch it. I left my car to use the restroom. He ate my straw. He ate 2 straws. I said, let me get a second one just in case he chooses the first one. He ate 2 straws. He ate. And then he got himself somehow into the sack that I have in my car that holds my crystals. He had my crystals in his seat. He sits next to me. And then he chewed up my bird feathers and was working on my magical dragon. You think he ain't smart? But he can sit in the room while I sleep for 8 hours on his pillow and not poop or pee. But if I open that door and I don't do what he says, mind you, before we came in, it'd been like 5 minutes. Point being said. Control is control that you give out. If a dog doesn't understand, if a person doesn't understand, even dogs have zodiac signs. Dogs do. They're a zodiac sign. They were born just like you. Time, date, people. They're people. You're a person too. I guess that's kind of my point. Good night, Rashima. Oh my gosh. It's on the other side of the world. Hey, baby. But look, dogs are people too. Like they have a zodiac sign. So do you. Just like when you birth your infant, they have a zodiac sign. Time, date, numerology, all that stuff counts. If you give something the power over you, I like the first 4 nights, I didn't even sleep because he would, you remember whatever he started. No, it's been about the first 2 weeks. He recently stopped. Now I'm saying this because I'm not just trying to like educate you on dogs. That's not what this is about. That's kind of, I don't know. a side analogy for what I really mean. And what I kind of really mean is you were a product of what you put yourself through. Did I say that? I just did. Thank you, Sky Source Spirit. You are a product of what you put yourself through. If you love somebody that doesn't really love you, then you're a product of that. That brings Three of Wands, the hurt. If you love somebody that won't love you the right way, then you are a product of exactly what you put yourself through. Three of Wands, the hurt. But when you do stuff to make yourself happy, that means the person is going to have to level up or live without you. I'm talking to you. There'll always be judgments around you. And don't think that you're not noticed, because people are always watching you and everything you do. Everything. The first person that will say to somebody, first person to say, oh, this person has been making so much noise, I can't even sleep, is the first person to be like, what, are you okay? What's going on? And then you're sitting there explaining to that person, the landlord called me and this and that. Because somebody complained on me, said there was all this noise, and you have to be smacked. That's the one. First person on that phone will be like, oh, baby, what happened? That's the one. Thing is, people start understanding when you don't say nothing. Just don't say shit. Nothing. It's a new dawn, a new day, a new life, and I'm feeling good. Let it be that. It's a new dawn, a new day, a new life, and I'm feeling good. And let it be that. You want to defeat your demons? Don't backtrack. Understand that you are if you're on here, you're the king in your castle. And if you did something wrong to deserve what you got, that's what all these people are here for, to let you know. They let you know. Understand the meaning of a lesson. Today I learned one. I'm going to tell you what I learned today. So at my job, I learned that I can sit and be patient, or I can take something that just ain't gonna pay. Not what I want. Who gets service for people? Have you ever been to a restaurant? Who gets service from a waitress and wait till 3 days later to give them a tip? So I learned to work in a way that I get my money right away and I don't have to worry what they're going to pay. I'm just not going to. I mean, there's certain things I just won't do. I'd rather be patient. Temperance. sometimes quick money ain't good money. Now, have y'all heard that saying? Fast money ain't good money. And the people that's giving it to you, there's always something behind it. So if you accept every single thing that someone's willing to give you, my job is willing to give me all these things. All these things. But if I accept everything that they're willing to give me, that's fast money, that's placating. That's making me hate them. Because I ain't going to get my money for the next 2 days. But I'm single and I'm patient. And one thing I do know, patience, my love, is a virtue. I'd rather be virtuous than everybody something. 3113. I am not doing this for everybody to be everybody something. I don't think so. There's enough of everybody somethings out here. Take whatever they get. There's enough of them. I've had quite a few people I work with that are like that. I'll take whatever I get. But their bank accounts don't look as good as mine with half the work. That's all I gotta say. Half the work and a better check. So what I'm meaning, you shouldn't have to work so hard for the things you need. And love should be one of the easiest things. Because when you give love, you get love. I deliver to families. I don't care if you had breakfast. When there's children and mothers out here to feed, 30, 32, 32. I don't care if you had freaking breakfast, bro. Because you're not going to do the right thing about breakfast. The people that need to feed their families, they'll do the right thing about getting it. I don't care if you have breakfast. Get your ass up. Get up a little extra early and go get your own stuff. Your favorite restaurant ain't open until 10. You got to be at work at 9:30. Your fault. Don't send me to pick it up. I'd rather work with families. I'd rather help people that can't help themselves. That's not helpless. Not hopeful. I hope somebody bring me breakfast. No. I want to work for somebody that can't help themselves. I literally brought groceries to a woman in a wheelchair. She couldn't leave her house to come and get her own food. That's the glory of my job. I help people that don't know or can't do for themselves. That's the glory of my job. That's the Sagittarian in me. And it brings me so much freedom. You don't think I can do much more? I can't be one of them corporate people. That I can't use a calculator. That I can't do mental math. You don't think I can? I don't know. I have words and words on top of words. I rap and sing. I'm an artist. I play instruments. I do things. You don't think that I can do anything else? I'm an entertainer. I ain't been out in a month or two. Almost 2. That is sad to see. Oh my God. I'm about to cry right now. It's been a while. It's been a while since I first saw you. And all those things that's sad. And all those things I can't remember. But you know what? I had to stay still as a Sagittarian. I had to go in Virgo mode and handle myself. Because beyond and besides all that, I had a lot of stuff on my shelf. A lot of stuff on my shelf. And one thing, if you don't clear your shelf, if you don't clear your shelf, you don't come to somebody with a whole bunch of problems. I did that once. But I trauma bonded, which means the other person had a whole bunch of problems too. And every relationship before that one had a bunch of problems too. Because I had a bunch of problems on my shelf. I had a bunch of skull and bones and a whole bunch of skeletons in my closet. And you know what? I said, you know what? I just gotta dispose of some of this. I gotta let go. And then I came on here to say, I gotta share it with someone else. I just can't keep all this to myself. Not only is it mental anguish, but everything that I say might be able to help someone. I'm only going to keep this to myself. I'll never mention any names. Keep your name to your goddamn self. I don't give a f who you are. Because as far as what I see, that's why you're not here. The lies, the cheats, and the deceiving. And then you want to go everywhere and make everybody believe that you is a man or woman of Jesus. That's what they do. Smile at the devil. Smile. They smile with the mask on. Doing like this. Can you see me? Oh, you can't? Oh, I found somebody that can see through this. Oh, that's the one. And then they go about their lives, thinking somebody in hurt and pain and anguish and having to go through the same thing I did and trying to rediscover themselves because they don't care what they did to you when they put you as a book, as a notch on their belt or a book on their shelf. Past lives. Come on. How destructive can I be and you won't even leave your mama's shoulder? But you want to come to me with a whole 2 babies? And you have with somebody else? You want to come to me after you realize that your person you had these babies with was BS? You want to come to me because you know I'm a provider? I work my behind off for everything that I have. Now you want to come to me. Now you want to come to me after Tom, Dick, and Harry didn't work out? Am I second? Because I'm first to me. I may not have a beach house in the Bahamas. But guess what? I sing because I'm happy. Wait, I fucked that up. Let me do it again. I sing because I'm happy. 'Cause these eyes are on the sparrow. And I know he's watching. 'Cause I know he's watching over me. And that's it. I got God's eyes. He don't have to see me to see you. But he shows me into you. The seer. That is my blessing. God, source of the universe says, freaking learn your lesson. All of you, that you are perfectly imperfect, exactly the way you are. And if anybody tries to detour you from your imperfect self, there's a yin and a yang to everything, even you. And if somebody tries to detour you from that, then maybe you're just, I don't know. I can't even call you malleable. Maybe you're jello on a jello boat. And you need to like strengthen up so somebody knows how to treat you so you don't have those days of denial. Those months, those years of trials. So you don't go through the problems of thinking this is what you want when. How can you have a job where you're sitting at a desk crunching numbers and you really want to see the world? So how can you have a lover and you are a lesbian, but you with him because he's a man, he's arm candy, and you really want to be with her? 2 children. Wait a minute. And then I had another one try to make me a mistress. I'm about to make you an asterisk. You can be the star in your own world. But right now, me, I'm not trying to become a Marilyn Monroe. One thing I do know is I'd rather be a Magic Johnson. Someone that does everything to fight for his life and still lived through the struggle. You know? I don't have AIDS, you know what I'm saying? I don't have HIV, AIDS, nothing like that, but I've been checked. But one thing I can say is I've been checked twice. Other thing I can say is I'd rather live through the struggles that I've caused than to live through the struggles that other people caused me. So I'd rather live through the happiness that I've caused. And I'd rather make someone just as happy as I am for 44. But I don't want to live with somebody who uses me for their happiness and then don't have nothing in return for 33. Nothing to give. It's a whole bunch of trouble, assholeness, 444, 44. I'm okay without it. Because guess what? If I'm depressed, 55, I choose to sit in that. I'm not putting you through it. But if I make someone depressed, 4505, change. I have to deal with that, the consequence of all of it. And it's not administered by people. It's administered by the God, source, universe, everyone inside this beast. The reason why these messages don't resonate with you is because you haven't learned the lesson yet. Is that it starts with inner healing, 4533. It starts with you. Like, you have to stand up. Because when I think about it, at the end of the day, I'm okay with being confident. I can't remember the last time I even opened my own door to go into the store. Because men just opened them for me. Or women. No, go ahead. Please, please. Oh, God. I haven't touched the door handle. You know what? Thank you, God, source, universe. Because I didn't realize my worth until I started realizing my worth and standing with my head held high. Says, this is who I am. And even with my band and even with my Phoenix rising, guess what? This is who I am. Even if I had on a tie and a pair of pants and a pair of Jordans, I still haven't opened up my own door. Not to any restaurant, not to any store. I haven't opened up my own door. God bless them if they open up automatically. Then they won't have to do it. But then they say, go ahead, please. I don't ask for it, and I sure ain't waiting for it. Because my hands work just as well as theirs. But it's the blessing of God, source, universe, that I have not had to do that. I've had people pay for my breakfast. I want to go to the store. I don't even have to pull out my checkbook from random people that I've never met. People, I go to the store, people pay for my breakfast. People call me to do that too. Hold on, I'm trying to foresee all my blessings. So my job, they pay on the tip and then they give me cash too. So I really haven't had to touch my bank account because the cash that they give me is 100. It pays for everything I need. There's nothing I want for. I want. I'm a goddess and a god in my sheets. Understand what I mean? I have to turn on my lights real quick. And it sounds like I'm somebody that's boasting about themselves, but I'm telling you this so I can tell you, you can have the same thing. You have it within you. Oh, Lord Jesus. I can't even say. I don't care if you're big or super little. If you're mid-size or whatever. Whatever your weakness is, that's your strength. Whatever you think your weakness is, that is your strength. Oh, I'm not confident. And buck up then a little bit. wear the best. Thank you very much, Spirit, for your confirmation. Wear the best clothes and the best outfit. I don't care if you bought them at the dollar store. Make sure they match. Do what you can to make yourself feel like you the shiznit. Even if you, I look better in glasses, which I have a pretty face. I have a pretty smile. You have a pretty face. You have a pretty. I am single out here. There are people in relationship that don't quite look like me. And that's a nicer way of saying it. But they have nice looking guys, beautiful looking men that live in their house and taking care of their children. Work all day and all night, paying that rent. Make sure that woman don't ever have to touch a rock or work. And these women are probably, you know what I'm saying? Look, okay. They're so judgmental. But it's something about their mental. They provides that for them. They just don't have to worry. Worry is for fools. I get provided for in other ways. Like God said to me, my perfect self doesn't depend on anyone. My perfect self says, if you have something to give or some generosity, then let them come along. 5-1-5-5. And then you don't have to depend on them, but you can help each other. But there's also that card I have with the God, why am I yawning? I'm not even sleepy. The card I have with the bats. As bats have a bad name of being bloodsuckers. That's only if you come into their territory. So if you don't choose to use your discernment, you might end up in a territory of a blood-sucking bat. A blood-sucking bat. So then at that point, you have to use your discernment. What am I thinking about in the moment? Am I thinking about, oh, he looked good, and you know what? I'm gonna take care of him because he looks so good. I mean, the penis don't pay the bills. No, it doesn't. It's pleasurable. And I mean that in all sexuality. The vagina does not pay my bills. So when I'm done having all this wonderful stuff with you, I'm left with the shit end of the stick while you stand on somebody else's couch and waiting for your ex to return that left you for a whole ass reason that. The point is, why are you even in my living room if he was so great? Then why are you experiencing me at all? Because married people don't go after that shit. And then devoted people just don't do that. And then if you were so devoted, then why are you guys both so willing to go after anybody to let you in but each other? No. No sexual multiples for me. Mm-mm. Been through that, done that. And then if he was so devoted, then why are you sitting here with 2 of his kids? He's nowhere to be found. He's at his ex-baby mama's house. And coming back. No. Come to me correctly. And you know what correct is and you still don't do it, then that's just childhood wounding that you just got to get through. Because I am not accepting just anything. Not anymore. 544. I don't care who you are. I no longer do competition. I am the competition. Go get your shit. Flies on shit. You sleep with dogs, you get fleas. A whole bunch of unhappiness. Itchy ass. STDs. And then he leaves. You don't know where he's going. He's going to what pleases him. Having you in his house as a second hand. I've been there. Let them go, everybody. If they ain't coming back, fuck them. If they're too prideful, just say, I'm sorry. Then that's their karma. If they're too easy to deter, then let their detour whoop their ass. That's how a Sagittarian it feels. It's not that I don't love you. I love you more than I ever did. But I love you because you let me grow up. You didn't keep me in your cycle. You let me grow from a knight to a hierophant. I went through my emperor stage, my emperor. But the most intelligent person I believe on the deck is the hierophant. They say the stars and the cups and all that shit. But fuck that. It's about what you're willing to grow beyond. You grow beyond love. I love you. But I won't do that. But I won't do that. I will do anything for love. Everything you've been dreaming of. But I won't do that. I just won't. Not what you want. Because what you want requires you, me, and everybody else. Can they go on a cruise with us, travel with us, do that? Can they be there? Or do you have to lie about what's fair? Or do I have to tell people what's not? Tell them what really is and what's not? Do I have to hide myself, hide yourself? And then all of a sudden, we're going through all this BS. And then we break up. This is what everybody's going through. It's not just me. Fight your fight. Live in your own kingdom. Even if you were the wrong, then live by that. Because I am not innocent by any means. When I was younger, I was everybody's everything. My mom's everything. My dad's everything. I have 2 families, I have all this shit going on. And you know what? I wiped all that shit out, and it is the most amazing thing I've ever done. Because then I can focus on me and the person that I love and my soul family and the things that I want to do, including grow this channel. These are the things that I wanted, and everybody else was telling me, no, don't do this. No, I'm doing what I want to do. Because you're not the boss of my life. Because when you go and you go and you go too, I have to live with whatever my choices were. If I didn't have anything started, where I'm going to end up with nothing. This is Ace of Wands, the Hierophant. Thank you very much for listening. Love yourself first. And that's how a Sagittarian thinks. And one of these days, Sagittarians grow up and they end up just like me. So if you can't get on our chariot, then you might as well stay knights, kings, and queens. Because we move all throughout the zodiac. We live like that. What's next? God, show me where I'm supposed to be. And he says, trust your instincts. What's meant for you will never pass you by. Thank you very much. If you'd like to, share, and subscribe.